So today we are in the stunning town of Montenerodomo. What an unbelievable location. Just wait while you see this one. So today, it's a new town, the unbelievable town of Montenerodomo. What an incredible place. I mean, just look at this. You know, when people talk about Abruzzo and how stunning it is, it's because of places like this. It's hard for you to take in what you're seeing. It is unbelievable. And I don't know if you see in the distance, you can see the sea over there. It'd probably take just over an hour to get there. But for those of you who are looking for a retreat into the mountains of Abruzzo, then you have to have this on your radar. It's amazing. And today, with our agent Claudio, we've got a couple of properties to film. So I will be using this intro for two places. And to be honest with you, I've not seen them yet, so I've no idea what they're like. I've only seen photographs and they look stunning. So you're going to come on a trip with me. We're going to see it for the first time. So just to give you a few pointers, it is a little bit windy today. Hopefully it's not cutting across the microphone. I don't know if you can see over in the distance the town somewhere here. The screen's a little bit small, so I may not be pointing to it. But that's actually Lama di Peligna. So you will know Lama from many of our videos, and if this mountainside wasn't here, you would then be looking towards Civitella and Faro San Martino. So we're on the opposite side of the valley. Obviously the higher mountains, the Maella mountain range is there, but we've just come along this road here, and this is 10 minutes from here is Torricella Peligna, which is a really popular place as well for expats to buy. And then you have Gesso Palena, and then you have Casoli. So it took just over half an hour to get from Casoli. And then from Casoli, which is over the hills, you head down the coast, down the Val di Sangro and onto the sea. I'm just going to before we go into the town, let me just take you up onto this viewpoint so we can see. I've stopped here purposely just to get this incredible view. Let's have a quick look. And also, I'll put a little shot on, just as we were coming into town, we were greeted by a wolf. Absolutely scared the life out of me. Oh, church bells. You've got to get this atmosphere. Incredible. Absolutely. I can't begin to tell you the atmosphere in places like this. It's mind-blowing. It really is. Now I can see over in the distance in this direction Palombaro. I can see right over to Chieti in the distance. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. And to my right is Lake Bomba. Can't see any of that. Does actually. Let's have a little look up here. Hope there's no more wolves. That was amazing to see that this morning. It just didn't even run away from the car. It just, well, I'll put little clips of the video on that we did. Unbelievable. I hope this is not somebody's garden. So Lake Bomba is in this sort of direction, and if we go out of the town, which you can see the road up here, you then head to a place called Civitella. What a name. Look at all these ruined places here. It's just unbelievable. Just look at this. But yeah, you go to a place called Civitella, you drop down there, and you're on the Superstrada then that takes you towards the coast or onto Naples. It's a shame it's a little bit windy today because I've had to put my microphone in just to block out some of the wind. But the birds and the noises from the wildlife, from the birds and things here is just incredible. Oh, and a passing helicopter. Amazing. What an incredible place this is. So I'm now going to drop into the town. As I say, I'm going to use this intro more than likely for 2 properties. So apologies if you've seen it before, just fast forward. I'm going to drop down into the town, we'll have a little walk around. It's not a huge town, it's a town of just short of 600 people. And there's a bar, what I've seen, there's a mini market. I'll see what else is there. But you are only 10 minutes from Torricella. You will need a car, I would say, here, even though there are buses that go from here to Torricella, to Jesopalena, Casoli, and we've seen on the internet about 5 or 6 buses per day, but I wouldn't necessarily rely on them as the only source of transport. And also, when you're in places like this, you really do need to have a look around. Just on the outskirts of town as well, there's a camping area. There's also, it's actually famous for the Roman ruins. The place is called Juvanum. Have a look on the internet. Juvanum, I think it's spelt, Juvanum. And there's an old Roman amphitheatre. Obviously it's old. And what was a settlement, a village settlement. It's incredible. We're about 1,100 metres here. So obviously a little bit colder in winter time, but who cares? It's just to be somewhere like this, especially if you've got a busy life somewhere and you just want to just get away from it all, but still be close enough to not be isolated. This has to be a consideration. Shall we head down into the town? I'm going to go to the little piazza, which is somewhere around here, I think. And I'm going to look at these houses. Let's do it together. Okay, so coming into the town itself. Beautiful, beautiful little place, it really is. I love these small towns and villages, and you know, lots of people talk about them, and sort of people that don't know, and no doubt some of the comments will be, oh, these places are abandoned and blah 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 blah, the usual stuff that you hear. These places are the heartbeat for me of places like Abruzzo. And the reason why they don't get abandoned is because there's still facilities here, and there are buses that pass. As I say, they're going to Torricella, which is the next big town. You got bin collection. Look, there's the proof of the bin collection from the council. And the buses, I'll just let him pass. As I mentioned before, the buses, you don't want to rely 100% on buses, not because they're not reliable, but because they will only run certain times during the day, and it's usually in time with school, but also it's in time with all the work, the factories on the Val di Sangro, and you've got buses that actually ship people down to the Honda factories, so villages like this can still stay alive. And I should imagine in summertime they have quite a healthy population as well. They're just beautiful. I love places like this. And as for the town itself, it has a beauty centre. It must be a hairdresser as well. It's quite nice, quite modern in there. I've only been here once before. It was a long time ago when I came here. I've just been up to the council building, and they're redoing all the piazza in front of the council, so I couldn't take a video up there. But when you look at the sign here, there's a few things obviously for tourists, but then you've got a ambulatorio, which is a doctor's, you've got a pharmacist, palestra, which is a gym, you've got an old people's home, you've also got asilo, which is a nursery. And then you got Civita Luparella, Villa Santa Maria. These are all towns that sort of, well, Civita Luparella is about 15 minutes from here, and then you can get down onto the main Superstrada to take you to Naples and to take you to Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll take you to the coast that way, but I would go in this direction to the coast. Like I say, you've got Torricella, which is 10 minutes from here, which is a much bigger town with bars and restaurants and facilities and everything else. This is the, it's not Uvarnum, it's actually Luvarnum. This is what I was telling you about, the I'm losing all my words, what's wrong with me? The Roman village, if you like. You've even got an infant school as well here, so it's amazing, these places. Pineta, which is like a pine forest with picnic tables and things like that. So you've got this beauty centre here. You've got a butcher's, which is this white place. They also sell salamis, it's all their own produce. Then where the gentleman is up there, that's a mini market there. And then in this direction you've got a bar that's just a short walk down there as well. So for a small place you do have a bit of everything. The internet, I was looking around to see if I could find, because I do see some black cables, which usually means that it's fibre optics, but I would have to double check that. In fact, let me have a look. It does look like these are the boxes possibly for fibre optic. If not, there's other options. But usually these smaller towns, they do look after these first. And look, we've got signs of life. When people say there's nobody around, there's people walking around. I love places like this. I also love reading those comments, because I just think to myself, you know what, if you feel like that, stay away. Abruzzo's got so much here that we like to almost keep it as a secret. For those of you who like to complain that it's quiet and it's this and that in certain towns and villages, that's fine, that's not for you. Personally, I love it. I know lots of other people that love it as well. Here I've just been reading the story of Montenerodomo during the war. It's actually quite hard reading. It's not particularly nice to read what's in this. I'll film it so you can press pause and read it yourself. But this is part of the Gustav line that run actually, I think, over to Monte Cassino, and then run through all of these villages, and Castel di Sangro, Roccaraso is where the ski resorts are, coming all the way up to Montenerodomo, Torricella, which I mentioned is the next town, Jesopalena, Casoli. So this is the way that you would go to the beach, and this is all the industry area down here, and it went right to the coast then in Fossacesi and Torino di Sangro. Quite sad to, quite hard reading this, but I'm going to film it so you can press pause and take your time to have a read of that. Not particularly nice. I'll also put this barcode here as well for you to scan that if you're interested. Okay, so I'm going to use this video, as I mentioned before, for two properties, and these properties are actually side by side. But I want to do two separate videos because they are two separate properties with two different owners, and they are literally just here. Now I'm talking, this place is filling up with traffic. Here's the council doing some work. Don't know. So the two houses are just down here. I don't know if you can see, probably won't pick up on here, but just through this gap you can see the sea. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. There must be some sort of bus that parks here, considering it says bus. Anyway, so parking's not a problem. We can either park in the piazza that I've just been stood in, but then there's another little piazza here. So one of these videos is going to be this yellow house, and the other one is the white one at the side of it. And these are fantastic places. Bargain properties, they really are. Look at the mountains in the gap. Okay, so this is parking as well for these properties. Obviously you don't own it, it's council, but you've got parking there and you've got parking in the other one. Okay, so these are the two doors. I'm going to turn the video off now, and depending which video you're watching, depends which house we're going to. Okay, so in this video we're seeing this stunning white property This is, to be honest, they both are bargain properties. Absolute bargains. They're both in great condition. This one's been fairly newly restored, new windows, new everything. To be fair, the other one is amazing as well. And this has balconies all the way around. It has a balcony at this side. The sun's just gone in now. It would do, wouldn't it? And I'll show you what else is part. This is some parking here. So you get this garage here. All of this property. And then there's also a balcony on this other side, which looks over the top of these houses, and you get sea views from there as well. Sea views. So also this window, and then upstairs there. And then obviously the other property that will be on another video is this yellow one behind. Absolutely fantastic. While we're down here, let's start in here, and then we can take a look at the property. So while we're here, let's do this. So these are tiled floors. Only a small bit. It is a garage, and I would say size-wise is about 4 meters by about 3.5. And there is a boiler, I think. Let me have a look. Looks like everything's going to collapse on me when I did want to see the boiler. Oh no, possibly. I think it actually needs the tubes there for the boiler, but there is no boiler. So it doesn't, by the looks of it, it needs a boiler. I'll double check that. All the pipe work's obviously in. Oops. I better not. Everything's collapsing. Let me turn the video off. I managed to get everything back in, but there is a space for the boiler in here, and there's the pipe that goes outside already, but there's no boiler in there, so you do need to consider that. Should always consider between 2,000 to 3,000 for a good boiler fitted. Okay, so that's the garage. Great storage. Obviously they have bikes in there, they have skis and all that type of thing in there. Are we ready to do the house? Let me just show you from this angle. And the windows, the new double glazed windows, it's just some of the shutters need a bit of attention, a bit of rubbing down and revarnishing. Obviously there's no colour on the property, so if you wanted to paint it, I love this detailing around the roof. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready to go inside? Let's do it. Okay, so heading in. Nice doors. I do like these wooden doors. And we have nice flooring. So notice straight away that the radiators are in here. It's just the boiler, obviously, that needs doing. And it's been restored. It's got new electrics. Lots of work done on this place. Okay, so we're heading to the kitchen, living, dining area, which is a great size. There is no electrics on, so we've had to bring some of our own light. Let me put this more in the kitchen to light the kitchen up. Has got a fair few boxes in here and things, so I have to forgive that. Some electrics there, some new wires coming out. These wrought iron pieces are to go on this staircase here and the one going up. They just need fitting. The windows, as I've mentioned before, as we go upstairs, the view is absolutely stunning from this side. So these are new windows. They're wood. Great condition. Double glazed Daves, we all like that. And also it has the fly screens and also shutters on the outside as well. So excellent, they're in fantastic condition. This radiator is one of those that runs from the gas, but it also blows the warm heat out, so they're really good. Obviously we are at 1100 meters here, so in the winter time it will be a little bit cooler than some places, but snow these days doesn't really hardly ever get any, to be fair, even up in these towns and villages. So obviously this is the kitchen area. Unfortunately they've got all these boxes, so it is quite difficult to see, but it does look fairly new, the kitchen. Quite a decent size. You've got a hob on top of this. This is a marble top. Bit of an advert for the Checo pasta. Obviously in Faro San Martino. Let's have a little look around the kitchen. This here as well is where they must have had a pellet burning stove or something similar, because there's a chimney there. Whether it connects, it looks like it possibly connects to the radiators as well, which that's great. If it is, you could have a pellet burning stove there and we'll heat the place up. Let's have a little nosy at this. Some of it is not in the best condition, but most of it is good. Fridge here. Obviously freezer underneath. Then we've just got different storage. Obviously sink. This is another marble top. It looks like it's got space possibly for a dishwasher there. And then obviously the oven, the hob is there. I'm guessing the oven was possibly here before. I can't see another oven, so it does need a bit of attention, the kitchen, as I say, but it's still in great condition. I'm trying to see beyond the boxes. Excellent. So this space, obviously the kitchen is a kitchen angle, so I'll give you an idea of the size of this. I have forgot my measure. I know you're going to start shouting, but 1, 2, 3, so good 4 meters just over by, I would say, a similar amount. 1, 2, 3, yeah, good. I would say possibly 4.5 by 4.5. So it's a great size living dining area. Very good, very good. I think I would have a bit of a lounge area there in this sort of corner, and then your dining room possibly here. Superb. I do like that. I do like it's quite modern. It's got all the new wiring, I'd say, for the lights. Got some sunken lights into this, and then we have the new what's it called? The buzzer for outside, like a doorbell. Let people in from there. Then stairs take us up, obviously, to the next floor. So remember, as I said, the railings are there just to be fitted onto this part. Does need a bit of a paint, but just superb condition. Again, got these heaters that blow out the warm air. Looks like they've had a point for a washing machine there, possibly. I think I'd probably just put all that in the garage downstairs. I suppose you could have a cupboard if you need it there. But anyway, let's carry on. So this is the second bedroom. This is the smaller bedroom. The intercom as well for the doors also up here. So this is the smaller of the two. I do love these wooden doors. They've certainly spent money on this place. You can tell. So this is obviously a child's room. Nice and bright. 2 windows. Double glazed Daves. Again, decent size. Let me just show you through here first. Every time I go outside, the sun goes in. So small terrace, small balcony. Claudio's down there making noise on the telephone. And then we've got the balcony view at this side, looking over at the mountains. So that's absolutely stunning as well. This is what I was saying, it needs just some repairs, just rubbing down and revarnishing. That's all it needs. Same on the outside of the window, because they are all wood, and the fly screens look to be in good condition. Again, for the price, it's actually incredible. So this room, I'm sure you could get a double bed here. It's not huge, but let's take it from this. So 1, 2, almost 3, I would say, by 1, 2, another 3 and a bit. You definitely get a double bed this way. And then a little wardrobe to the left here. And you've also got another balcony. Again, double glazed Daves. The fly screen looks like it needs a little bit of attention here. And look at this stunning, stunning view. You can see Lama di Polinia over there in the distance. So you can give a big shout out to Lama Lori while you're here. Then you've got this great balcony. And we've got another one off the main bedroom as well. This is beautiful. You could get a table. I've seen somebody cleverly had a table sort of folded up against the wall, 2 chairs, and then you just drop it down, fold it down. I thought it was a fantastic idea. So you could do something like that here. And look at this for a stunning, stunning view. Oh my word. How incredible is that? Absolutely. And that in front of you that you can see is the sea. So you can see the sea all the way down here. You can see it just above the rock. You can see it even above the houses here. And then when you look in the other direction, right down the coast, looking towards Puglia and towards the Gargano. Actually quite an impressive view, that, don't you think? That's the Val di Sangro down there. Casoli, Torricella, Gesso Palena, all beyond this rock. And then obviously the other side of the valley, the other side of the mountains, you have Lama di Polinia, Faro San Martino, Palombaro. Amazing, absolutely stunning views. Okay, so let's head back in. Again, some of these are not as bad condition, but this fly screen looks like it needs some attention. Quite fragile fly screens. You do have to, usually better to take them in during winter time, so they don't get full of dust and everything else. Okay, I'll show you upstairs in a second. So the main bedroom is this, with built-in wardrobes. So again, a great size. I do like all the tiles sort of match. Nice size. Radiators, sliding wardrobes, lots of space here. I'll give you an idea of measurement, obviously up to the wardrobe, but this is about 1, 2.5. Then you've got the wardrobe, so it's certainly a good 3 to 3.5, and it's actually quite wide. You can easily get a double bed in here. I would say the double bed is going to come to, in fact I can actually see a mark on the floor here. I don't know if you can see that. So you can easily pass with no problem. Let's give you a width. The width is 1 to about 4 meters. I've got that painted at home. Bit of useful information for you. Absolutely superb. Again, new plug points, lighting points, everything else. Double glazed Daves and another balcony. And look at the view. Look at the view from this one again. Absolutely stunning. I love these. I want to go for a walk here. I want to go and have a look up there. Looks like something from Lord of the Rings. And the mad thing about this view here is you've got the sea in front, and then if you look just to the end of this tree line, this V shape here, that's Lake Bomba. So you're actually looking at the lake as well. So you're looking at Lake Bomba and then Montenerodomo, which is a tiny little village to the side of it. I reckon the views here in the night time are going to be equally stunning, seeing all these little hilltop towns scattered around. Absolutely incredible, really is. Again, I know I mentioned it before on the video. These are towns and villages higher up in the mountains, but you're certainly not sort of isolated. Not at all. When you see how quick it is to get to Torricella. But I would recommend a car. I wouldn't just rely on buses. But I love these places. How unique are these towns? Unbelievable. Okay, so heading back in. Show you the last part of the house. Sorry, I've got the bathroom to show you. Let me pick up this light. Great bathroom again. We'll do the shower test in a second. But again, everything's new. It just needs a bit of a clean down. And nice size bathroom. I like these tiles as well. You've got a mirror. You're not catching my reflection. Quite like this marble unit. You can tell the house, they did it for them, in the sense of they've spent money on it. You can tell it's been loved. The usual B-Day WC, a little bit of storage by the looks of it. So a little look, yeah. Bit of handy storage. Again, double glazed window with a net curtain to stop anybody looking in, not they can, and those beautiful views. Absolutely superb. Okay, so let's head up to the last part of the property, which this is, they've laid it out, oh, this is like the railings that are downstairs, so they just need putting on at the lower sections. So this, they've done as sort of an extra room, but this is only ever going to be classed as storage below the roof, because it's not got the head height to be a proper room. But they have somehow managed to squeeze a toilet in there and a sink. They've got storage through there with a window, and then they've also got storage in here that at some point I would say they've possibly used maybe as a charge room, but as I said, this can only ever be classed as storage. There is a window there that I would recommend leaving open and having a fly screen, because if not, things like this happen. There's not a leak from the roof, it's just literally condensation. You can see it's obviously being locked up and no air passing through. So that does, easy way to resolve it, just like I said, you just leave the shutter, you can leave these shutters partly open, pull the fly screen down and leave the windows open. They are double glazed. Radiator up here as well, and electrics. But it is quite low. I'm 1m82-ish, something like that, maybe a little bit more, and I'm stood up straight in this part. But as soon as I move right or left, I do have to start dipping my head. Well, for an office and storage, fantastic. Look, even the doors here are wooden. Amazing. What a bargain property. What an absolute bargain. Okay, folks, we're going to do a quick final thoughts, and I'm going to do it from that balcony with the amazing view. Let's do it. So my final thoughts on this one, absolutely stunning. What a bargain. Amazing condition. Bargain property, absolute bargain property. What a holiday home. What a home, what a rental property. Love this location, absolutely love Montenerodomo. I don't know why I keep calling it the other thing. Smaller town, yes, but it's got the basic facilities. And as I say, 10 minutes in the car, you're in Torricella, which is a bigger town. I love the fact that you can see around, you can see the coast, you can see life, you can see, but you're here, hid behind this rock. I just love it. What a great town this is. And as for the property, I love the fact that you've got that garage downstairs. I love the open plan kitchen, living, dining area. It's just amazing value for money. All the windows superb, these old shutters, everything's been done as it should be done. And then to have 3 balconies as well, with views heading down to the sea, and then views of the mountains. What more do you want to see? There's nothing else to see. It's all here. This is a town that I think we're going to be working in, because I really like it, and I hope you do too as well. And anybody writing comments in the as I'm expecting, as I say, You come here, you come and have a look, and come and feel these towns and villages. They're just something very, very special. Okay folks, thank you so much for your usual support. Keep watching the channel, keep liking, subscribing, doing everything you can to keep this going. We're going to bring you some amazing content throughout this year and for years and years and years to come. But for now, if this one is for you, you know what to do. Send an email to info@ahomeinitaly.com. And whatever you do, do not miss this one.